You stare at your wardrobe every morning hoping that something will magically look right. You copy outfits from Pinterest but they don't look the same on you. Or you feel like people on social media have a better sense of fashion than you. Girl, the problem is not you. You were never taught the right way to dress. Hi, I'm Anshita and welcome to part 1 of the Dress Better series. I've curated this entire series for women who struggle with dressing, styling and feel underconfident. In this entire series, I'm going to teach you the foundation first, that is understanding your body proportions, body shape. We are going to do a detailed color analysis and so much more. So if you want to dress like the best version of yourself and feel confident every fucking day, this series is for you. In today's video, I'm going to dive deep into understanding body proportions. Here are the video segments for today, and I also want you to stay with me until the very end because I've introduced a new section, Before You Bounce, where I'm going to answer all your doubts and queries so that you leave every video with full information. Now, without wasting any further time, let's get into the video. What are body proportions? Body proportions simply mean your vertical proportion. It is the ratio between your upper body, which is also called as torso, and your legs. It's the foundation of styling that is going to give you a harmonious, balanced, pleasing look. Let me explain this with the help of an example. Can you see the difference between the left and the right look? Similarly, here she is wearing jacket and jeans in both the looks, but the look on the left looks so stylish and aesthetically pleasing. The only difference here is that of the proportions. This is how beautifully proportions can completely change your overall look no matter what body type you are. So now let's get into finding your proportions. Here we are going to use a double hand method. I want you to wear fitted clothes and stand straight in front of a mirror or a camera. Just make sure that your posture is correct and you're not slouching. Take both your hands with fingers closed and place it on top of the other. And now place your hands exactly below your bust line as shown in the video. If your hands end roughly at the navel, you have a balanced proportion. If your hands cover your navel, it means you have a short torso and long legs. And if your belly button lies below your bottom hand, that means you have a long torso and short legs. My hands reach roughly at the navel, that means I have a balanced proportion. And now I want you to write this down. So I'm going to write down that I have a balanced proportion and my upper body and my lower body are close in length. There are no right or wrong proportions, they just are. So you don't have to feel insecure or bad about anything. In fact, we're doing this entire process so that you can understand your body better to choose the right silhouettes for yourself. To achieve a naturally balanced and appealing look, it's important to create an illusion of longer legs. For example, for someone with a balanced ratio or for someone who has a long torso and short legs, their dressing goal is to create an illusion of longer legs by wearing high-rise and mid-rise jeans, and also pay attention to the length of the pants and jeans they are wearing. For tops, you should ideally go for crop tops, short tops, medium length tops, or try to tuck in your shirt and t-shirts. For all you girls who have a short torso and long legs naturally, congratulations, you're kinda lucky because you don't have a lot of restrictions. You just need to refine your styling by making sure that you don't wear ultra high-waist jeans or crop tops, which is going to compress your upper body. I'm going to give you more styling tips on different body proportions in the later part of the video. For now, I just want you to know your body proportions and understand that everyone has a unique body. We are all built differently, and that's why two people, even with the same body type, may wear the same outfits and still look different because of their body proportions. What your friend wears may not look the same on you, so your goal is to find clothes that align with your body proportions. Now it's time to move to the next segment of the video, which is understanding the 1/3 and the 2/3 rule of fashion. The 1/3 and the 2/3 ratio in fashion is considered to be a golden ratio and all stylists follow it. It's a visual principle in styling where we visually try to divide your outfit into 1/3 and 2/3. This creates the most aesthetically pleasing and dynamic look than dividing your body into half. For example, considering my proportions, here I'm wearing a mid-length top with a high waist pants. Notice that the length of the pants is full and not ankle, which is going to help me create an illusion of of longer legs. Another way of achieving the 1/3 and the 2/3 ratio is by wearing a kurta and a pant. The length of the kurta is longer than the length of the bottom, creating a 2/3 and a 1/3 ratio. Best part about Indian kurta pants is that it naturally creates the 2/3 1/3 ratio. Now say you don't want to wear a jeans and a top and you still want to achieve that 1/3 2/3 ratio and create a balanced look. In that case, I suggest wearing monochrome co-ord sets. This is one of my favorite ways to create a balanced and a stylish look without tucking in your top or wearing a high-waist jeans, because the color on the top and bottom blends beautifully without dividing the body visually. Another way to create that 1/3 2/3 look is by doing a half tuck or a full tuck. Now an important tip here is to avoid wearing long tops or tops that end right above your hips, because it visually divides your body into two halves. Now let's discuss what kind of dresses can you wear if you have a balanced proportion or you have a long torso and short legs. In this case, I highly recommend you to not wear ankle length dresses or a dress with a low seam line. Choose dresses with a defined waist, like fit and flare dresses which have a high seam line and a long length. This way, the natural waistline divides your body into 1/3 2/3 proportion, elongating your legs. Now, if you want to style a jacket or a coat, in that case, you can still maintain the 1/3 and the 2/3 ratio by tucking in your shoulder top. Now, I'm going to give a few tips for women who have a short torso and long leg. As I told you before, you don't have a lot of restrictions because you naturally have a balanced proportion. But with the wrong styling, you may end up compressing your torso. So here are some tips for you. You do not need to go for a full tuck always. You can go for a half tuck or a front tuck. You can also opt for untucked tops like peplum tops, button-down shirts over a tank top. They work beautifully on your body. Avoid wearing high necklines or turtlenecks. Instead, opt for deep V scoop necks, which is going to elongate your upper torso. For bottoms, always opt for mid-rise or low-rise jeans and pants. Now it's time for the last segment of the video before your bounce section. This segment is now going to be part of all my videos because I want you to leave watching the videos with complete information and zero doubts. These questions are handpicked by me, so in case your doubts don't get answered, you can still drop your questions in the comment section down below and I'll try to answer them as much as possible. Number 1. Is this stuff really necessary to dress well? Yes, if you want to create an effortlessly harmonious, balanced look, understanding and dressing according to your proportions is very important. It's not about perfection or following strict rules. It's more about mindful dressing and finding the right outfits that flatter your body type. Number 2. What's the difference between body shape and body proportion? Body shape is the horizontal measurement of your body, bust, shoulder, waist and hip. And body proportion are your vertical measurements of your body. It's a ratio between your upper body and your lower body. Number 3. Do proportions change if I gain or lose weight? Not really. It can affect your body shape, but your proportions are always going to be the same. Number 4. Why do high-waisted jeans make me look weird? Probably because you have a short torso and wearing a high-waist jeans naturally pushes your waistline higher. Number 5. I am petite. Do I have short proportions? Absolutely no. Proportions don't have anything to do with your height. Even a woman with 5'2" can have a short torso and long legs. Number 6. Should I follow the 1/3 and 2/3 rule even if I have low-rise jeans or crop tops? I personally feel fashion is all about balancing personal choices and keeping in mind a few guidelines that can help you to look put together. Fashion is flexible. Fashion is art. If you love wearing low-rise jeans and you feel confident in that, absolutely go for it. Number 8. Do shoes affect body proportions? Not directly, but they can influence how your proportions appear. Nude heels are definitely going to give an illusion of longer legs. Colorful heels is going to cut your height. And chunky boots are going to give an illusion of a heavy lower body. So yes, shoes can affect how your proportions appear, but they don't directly affect your proportions. And the last question for today is, what if I'm confused while dressing and don't understand how to create this ratio? Now, when in doubt, you simply need to stand in front of the mirror and see if your outfit is divided into two equal halves. If yes, then adjust it. Either shorten your top by half tuck in, full tuck in, front tuck in, or wear a high-rise jeans. So this brings me to the end of the video. I really hope that this video was helpful. Share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you next week.